you have to write things down. You have to keep a journal. A journal, not an exercise book, but a journal, somewhere where you are um, recording your thoughts, thinking things through, doing different things, but writing things down and as a daily practice. So I will tell you, I mean, there's so many things to say about journaling. My very first business that I started, I actually started it as a business where I used to make handmade journals. And I'll show you an example. So like this one. This is a journal I made covered with African fabric. And this is all the stuff I've written inside. So basically, what I'm saying to everybody is that you should keep a journal, write things down. Now, when I was making these and selling them, different colors and things, and this is not to sell, I just want to tell you how to keep a journal because I don't even have any for sale, at least not at the moment. So I used to send it out with this, and I'm going to read this to you so that you know what the kind of things that you can put in your journal. But basically, all I'm saying is when in this period, in this lockdown period, if you decided to use it as a time to create something or to use it as a time to work on a relationship or to work on a business or or even as a way to keep yourself sane, to protect your mental health, or to walk through what is happening, or to write a book or to whatever it is that you want to do. One wonderful thing is that you can have a journal. Now, when I used to sell the journals, I'll send it out with this, and this reads as follows. So this journal is to help you tell your story and live a better story. It is personal. So this is where you will record your health, your wealth, and your wisdom. So if you're on a diet or something, you can use that to write down your food diary. You can use it to say to just write, about what you're feeling, or the challenges that you're making or the obstacles or whatever. So your health, your wealth. If you're building a business, if you check, not that if you check, but if you look back into history, most of the great people that we know, from Richard Branson's to the ones that have died, and the Thomas Edison's and all those other people, when Winston Churchill, name it, there's so many, both today and in the past, they all had journals. Everybody had a journal. Presidents, heads of government, they have a journal, because a journal helps you to write and walk through things in your mind. The thing is that you have a lot of wisdom in you, and sometimes the wisdom cannot come out because that's another reason why people say it's better to write down things than to type them when it comes to journaling, because there's a lot of wisdom inside you which you cannot tap into unless you are writing it down. So once you are writing down, as you start writing, other things come up, or as you start writing, you start getting clarity. You can use it for setting your goals. There's research that shows that if you write down your goals, you are 10 times or 14 times more likely to achieve the goal just by writing it down. So the people that write down their goals, you might have a goal, say, oh, I want to travel to Australia by the end of the year. Everybody might have that goal, but writing it down makes it more concrete, because writing it down actually makes a connection between you and, almost like a connection, a promise, or a connection between you and your brain and your mind, your heart. So by the time you now write it down, I want to travel to Australia by the end of the year. And then you've made that contract with your brain, it becomes part of you, and then you now start subconsciously looking for opportunities without even realizing it. You're now able to even see more clearly, oh, these are, if something comes up 2 weeks later, and then you'll be like, okay, this can help me to achieve this goal, and then you go for it. So that's the reason why. Anyway, again, your journal. So it is your safe place. It is so. And another thing about the journaling is that it is a place where you can really, really be honest with yourself. It's something that you are, I don't know how to put it, but you are like, writing is between you and yourself. So you're not trying to, like, it's not like me making a speech now. It's not like even me talking to you now. If I'm talking to you, I'll try and choose the right words and all those kind of things. But when you're writing in a journal, you're writing for yourself and to yourself. So you don't have any barriers, any of those kind of barriers. So it is your safe place. Your keeper of dreams is the hoarder of your hopes. It is the treasurer of your stories. It's a recorder of your moments. One thing about journaling, and if you have a practice of journaling, is that you actually look back. I mean, if you have a journal, you write in. I have so many. They're all over the house. You have a journal you're going through during a period, maybe like a month or 2 months, you're using this book. Then another month later, you're using another book. And another month later, you can actually look back and see your records. You can actually see, okay, this is how I was thinking that time. This is what I was focused on that time. Oh, look at this thing that I've written. It keeps repeating itself. I keep thinking the same way. I keep talking about the same thing. I keep pursuing the same goals. So this is that keeping recorder. So for your hopes and dreams, for your plans and goals, it is for collecting your thoughts and capturing wisdom from within and without. So a journal is for truth seekers and goal setters. It is for go-getters and homemakers. It is for work and play. It is for war and peace. It is for change and transformation. It is for challenge and for closure. Whether you journal, in your journal is kind of like part of your life. It's almost like it's not like a record of your life. It's like a record of your thoughts as you go through life. So sometimes you might be going through a challenging situation, you journal about it. You might be going through a happy situation, you journal about it. You want to maybe write every day, you want to write, okay, this is what I'm grateful for. Or you want to write every day, okay, these are the things I want to focus on today. That kind of thing. So it is for doodle days. So it's for clarity and simplicity. So it's for clarifying things, it's for simplifying things. Sometimes you might find you have a complex situation. Sit down. Somebody who once described it as thinking on paper. Sit down and start writing about it. Sometimes it actually helps you to work through a problem, to kind of like separate all the pieces, get perspective, look at it from a high level view, look at everything from a high level view. So that is what writing in a journal would do for you. It is for shining a light, I'm still reading, and getting perspective. It is for working through pain. It is for priorities, plans, possibilities, promises, posterity, passions, pains, pastimes, and prayers. You can journal your prayers. You can journal what is causing you pain. You can journal about what you are hoping for. This is the life that I would like to live. These are the promises that God has made to me. This is what I'm passionate about. This is how I want to work or whatever. So this journal will be a record of your victories and failures. It is your companion in the moments you have stars in your eyes and in the moments you have tears running down your cheeks. It is for the promises you make to yourself. It is for private moments and personal truth. It is for impossible dreams too big to say out loud. So your journal is where you're going to record those things that you cannot even say. I want to live in a house. This is how I want my house to look. This is the kind of man I want to marry. This is the kind of business I want to build. So this is where you would write down all those things in your journal. Then also, there's more. It is for ranting and raving. So sometimes you walk through things. Sometimes you say, this is what I hate, this is what I love, whatever. You write it down. You can ask yourself questions. Why am I feeling this way? You write it down. So that's what your journal does for you. And then if you have a dream, what's my dream? This is the dream. This is what it will look like. This is why I'm doing it. This is how I'm going to start. You write it down. It is for learning. It is for unlearning. It is for recording and thriving. It is for getting to the heart of the matter. It is for quieting your mind. Sometimes your thoughts are so random. They're so all over the place. They are so what's that English now? Your thoughts. There's so many thoughts going through your mind, and you're confused. You're overwhelmed, and that kind of thing. You pick up your journal and you start writing. So that helps you. It helps you to work things out. It helps you to quieten your mind. It says for challenging your fears. Sometimes you have a fear. You don't know where the fear came from. I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid that if I do this, people are going to think this about me. You challenge those fears by writing down, this is what I fear. This is why this fear is not valid. This is what I would choose to tell myself instead. So you write it down. So it's for history and posterity. It is for where you have been. It is for where you are and where you are going. It is for gratitude. It is for adventures. It is for capturing ideas as they fly by. I love using my journal for ideas. Sometimes the ideas, you might be one of those people that gets too many ideas. Write it down. Sometimes you just write it down and you say, okay, I'll come back to that. Then you go back to it and you're like, okay, I didn't really, maybe it's not for now, maybe it's for later, maybe this idea is something I need to share with somebody else, that kind of thing. So it's for capturing ideas as they fly by. It's for planning and processing. It's for brainstorming and brain dumping. So brainstorm is, like if you have a particular thing that you want to actually dig deep into, you can actually use your journal and just write randomly. And the thing is, it's your book, it's your thing. It doesn't have to be tidy. It doesn't have to be. It's not like you're writing an epistle. It's for you. Sometimes you might get there, you're just drawing inside it. In fact, sometimes you get there, you write across. You write. I mean, I'll show you my own. Let me show you. Maybe I can show you some examples of. Okay, so sometimes it looks, and this is not me taking notes in class. This is just me each day thinking on paper. So you think on paper, whether it's to write your to-do list. Oh, anyway, let me continue. So it's for thinking things through. It's for making commitments. It's for starting great stuff. It's for getting things done. It is for to-do lists and checklists. It is for staying in touch, staying focused, and staying on top of things. So there's that. It helps you. The journal helps you to have a better self-awareness. So you know exactly who you are. It helps you to develop your identity. So it is for keeping records, keeping score, keeping track, and keeping yourself accountable. So again, a journal is something that you say it's the promises you make for yourself, to yourself rather. It is for prayer and faith. It is for Ebenezer moment. So Ebenezer is, if you're a Christian, Ebenezer is like what this I can't remember which prophet said it, where you say, oh, thus far you've brought us. So, oh God, you've brought me this far. So your journal actually helps you to look back to that, to say, oh, this, if I look back and I can actually see how far I've come, Then it's for counting the stars and the grains of sand. It's for praying through and recording the answers. It's for hearing. So all these are for, like, if you're a Christian, if God gives you a promise, you actually use that journal to recount that promise. because the promise that God gave Abraham was for showing him that when he showed him the stars and showed him the sun and said, your children will be as many as this, even though he had no children. So anyway, yeah, so it's for hearing and declaring, again, promises. So if you get promises from God, you write them down. There's many times, or many friends of mine who have notebooks where they write their promises. They go back and they tick them off. They tick them, oh, God did this for me. God did that for me. God did this for me. God did that for me. So, also, so it ends with saying, so whether you use it for your recipes, your roots or your routines, every blank page is a promise of a fresh start that you can have any day and every day. So that is what my live is about today. My live Facebook live broadcasts have been a bit random, but today I just thought, okay, I need to talk about why we all need to have a journal. I have many, so very many. I like books, I like paper, I like pens, I like nice pens. You know, my dad likes nice pens too, and my daughter likes nice pens, so it must be somewhere in the blood. But anyway, thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time. Now, don't forget, in the lockdown, what we're talking about is in this lockdown, one of the things that you can do to help you to stay organized, to help you to maintain your mental health, or to help you with your mental health, to help you to create something new, to help you to finish your projects and all that kind of thing, is keeping a journal. And I just spoke to you about the benefits of keeping a journal. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.